My name is Joseph, and this is my story. I was born in Zambia, in the central southern part of Africa. Life for me and my family became really hard. The only means of income was actually having to walk 4 hours one way from our house to the fields. We had almost 9 people living in the house, so it was really, really hard. My mother passed away, and I remember I collapsed on my mother's grave, and I just began to cry uncontrollably, because to me, that was it. My life was over. I began to struggle with depression and rejection. And I began to withdraw from everybody, and I began to contemplate so much on taking my own life. He asked me the last time I had a meal. I said I don't remember, because it's been so long. Running around, and I made a noose. I got a noose, and I found this tree down the street from our house, and I was going to go there and just hang myself the next morning. I slept on the floor. There was no mattress. There was no bed or anything. I opened my eyes, and I was in a place that was so beautiful, and it is beyond description. When the Bible describes what I saw, I think the Bible doesn't do justice to what I saw. It wasn't that I was afraid, but there was this majestic feeling, this power. Luke chapter 4 verse 18 and 19, which says, "The Spirit of the Lord is upon me, because the Lord has anointed me to preach the gospel." He says, "Follow this man, and he will lead you where the dead body is. And in my name, he will come back to life." And all the 12 bullet holes, they closed up, and he opened his eyes. He came back to life as if I saw a ghost. And my sister said, "Have you seen a ghost?" And I said, "No." All these people had come to my funeral. They thought I was killed that night. I remember them shouting, "Jesu Kimurena," which means Jesus is Lord. And that night, the crusade started early, because the word had got around that the pastor is dead. So they were coming to see the pastor, only to find the pastor was alive. How many of you here tonight came to my house, to the house I'm staying at, to try and kill me? And I remember about 20 hands went up. I thought people would be hiding because they practice witchcraft, but the people in this region, they practice openly. She said, "Please don't say that name." I said, "Why?" She said, "Because I feel like fire all over me." And at this moment, the people in the crowd, they are excited, and they are shouting, "Jesus is Lord, Jesu Kimurena." She says there was this force that came from heaven, and it struck us from the house. And she said, had we stayed in that house one more second, all of us would have died. And then she began to manifest, and she's screaming, and I could hear sounds of monkeys and a dog and sounds of different animals coming out of her. And so I stepped down the platform, and I rebuked that spirit, and she got delivered that night. This is my story. How the Lord moved this boy from being on a suicide mission, being suicidal, rejected, ostracized, in pain, to being who I am today, preaching the gospel of the Lord Jesus Christ.